Hello, everyone. This is about the causes of the present global uncertainty and utter chaos that are caused by the actions of some of the most authoritarian leaders ever elected after the Second World War in the world. So, we often hear that the world today is chaotic, unstable, and beyond repair. Yes, wars are a regular feature of human history. But after the Second World War, there are a little number of wars between the great powers, which are returning, which are about to be returning. Authoritarianism is rising, and global institutions appear weakened. But there is a different question that is worth asking. Is the current global instability inevitable, or is the current global instability inevitable, or is it the result of political choices? That is the most essential question that is the key to unlock the answers for how to solve this current global uncertainty, unpredictability, chaos, lawlessness, and the situation of might is right. Is it the result of political choices? If so, where does the resistance still lie? That is the essential question one must ask. Whoever is interested in the global events, what is happening to the world at present. So, here is my take. There are four essential points to understand what is causing the global current uncertainty and chaos. Number one, today's global chaos is not inevitable. The current instability is not natural collapse of order or an unavoidable outcome of history, but it is a result of political choices made by leaders who resist legal and institutional constraints, both domestic and global. Take, for example, Trump alone. Trump is, in his recent interview, a 2 hour long interview to New York Times, when he was grilled insistently by four prominent New York Times journalists, he categorically maintained that there is only one constraint on the behavior of President Trump, and that is his own moral limits, own moral constraints, which are very close to absence. So that is the most dangerous situation. No institutional mechanism, no norms, or no constitutional arrangements are enough to restrain or constrain the erratic behavior of these authoritarian leaders. So, in my view, it is the current global instability and unpredictability, chaos, are caused by these are not inevitable results of some historical, economic, cultural forces that are happening. So those are the reasons why the conditions of this crisis are caused. But my point is, but the forces are articulated, manipulated, restrained, or empowered, or even weaponized by the leaders. When the leaders take a decision that when the leaders are oriented towards being the bridge builders, or channelizing the forces in a meaningful, purposeful, and in a productive manner, the crisis leads to opportunities, and opportunities are used to create a, develop a better society. But my essential point is this is not the case. So today's global chaos is not inevitable. And my second take is that the post 1945 order expanded accountability and participation to every nook and corner of the world. So, democracy, accountability, free and fair elections, and peaceful transfer of power are a success story. Especially after the Second World War, international rules in the global level and domestic movements strengthened the rule of law, free elections, and welfare governance, and citizen participation, and narrowing the space for unaccountable power across the world. These are the success story of the post Second World War political situation of the world. My third point is authoritarian backlash is driven by instability. Sections of society and leaders with revanchist ambitions, revivalist ambitions, who believe that their nations are wronged. They are the true victims of neoliberal globalization. Uh, they perceive pluralism, institutional neutrality, minority rights, and global rules as threats, and they respond by weakening institutions and weaponizing fear, nationalism, and insecurity. These are very powerful ideas. Take the idea of nationalism, take the idea of democracy, take the idea of liberal constitutionalism. These are some of the powerful ideas in the world which have mobilized countless millions of people to develop, to create a better world from the late 18th century to the 20th century. But now, these revanchist and ambitious and authoritarian leaders believe that they are wronged by these very same ideas. So the point is, the crisis is in the ideational sphere. Economic forces and economic arrangements are a part of the crisis, but it is not the driving force of of the crisis. Ideas are the real driving force of the crisis. This must be clearly understood. My fourth point is that societies remain the main source of resilience and hope. The crisis is driven by the state apparatus, the wielding of authoritarian powers of the state, and subverting the legal arrangements, the separation of powers, the institutional arrangements, the checks and balances, the authoritarian scope of power of leaders. They are subverted. So my point is, despite executive level regression, the state is becoming the authoritarian entity. Citizens across democracies, take US or France, UK, or India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, they are most active in participating for a better political system, to develop the arrangements for a better political arrangements that create a transparent political entity. So citizens across democracies and authoritarian systems continue to defend legality, dignity, and human security, showing that the struggle over global order is still open. There is still hope in the societal sphere. If you study politics and the political trends only from the state driven approach, you might believe that yes, there is pessimism everywhere. But how the people are responding, and how the people are coming together across regions, across races, across divergent economic classes, to challenge the might of the state, in US, in UK, in France. So that is the most optimistic aspect of the present global scenario. So yes, my summary is that yes, there is a global crisis. Yes, the crisis is unprecedented in the extent and scope and penetration of the crisis. Uh, yes, the crisis is caused by the leaders. The economic forces contribute, the cultural forces contribute. But how these forces are operated is strictly within the ambit of the leadership. So, my point is, the true locus of the crisis is the crisis of leadership. And I believe that the crisis could be tackled by the social sphere, because the democracy for the past 80 years has developed a resilient, strong, dynamic civil society, which is now taking now taking it the responsibility to correct to set the state in a true course. Thank you very much.